welcome back to our show. As you guys know, I'm Yvonne.
And I'm Robert.
Okay, so if you guys watched our last show, you know that we were on vacation and that we paid off a good bit of our debt. But if you're joining us for the first time, I will just go ahead and update you guys. So we're going to talk about how much debt we have paid off, what we have left, and also our plan for 2021. So if you're just now joining us, this past year and in 2019, like half of the year, we have been working on paying off our debt. And so far, we have paid off a little over $40,000 of debt. That includes 2 phones, 6 credit cards, my car loan, and 5 of my student loans as well. Well, I guess our student loans now because we're married. And what we have left now for this year, we have a little over $36,000 of debt. That includes his bike, or our bike, his car, or our car, and 3 of our student loans. And like I mentioned before, you guys know we were on vacation last year. We definitely needed that time to just take a break and just recharge and reset ourselves. So you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I talked about in the last video, we'll kind of break down how we ended up going on vacation while still paying off our debt. So last year we were supposed to go on a family trip with my side of the family. We've never done a family trip before, and we actually got mostly everybody to get ready to go. But as you know, last year
COVID happened.
Exactly. So we were going to go to Cabo, and we were going to go in the end of July. So we were just going to do that for our anniversary trip as well. And I mean, everyone was looking forward to it. But the beginning of the year, we actually put a down payment on a hotel, and we made a plan to like save some money each month from doing our side hustles to end up paying for our trip, which was going to be like $1,200. And we had already bought the flights because they were cheaper, way cheaper. So then we had to cancel those, and we just had credits with Delta. So a few months ago, my dad asked if we wanted to go to Cabo right after Christmas, because we were going to California, because that's where I'm from, to go visit my side of the family for Christmas. And he asked if we wanted to go to Cabo right after that. So since we already had the plan to save money and we had credits for our flights, we ended up using the credits for the flights to pay, and we switched it to fly back from Cabo. Yes. And then we had to purchase a flight to California, which we were going to do anyway, to go out there for Christmas. And then we just booked a one-way to Cabo, which was about $140, I do believe. And then we had to pay for our all-inclusive in Cabo because my dad, I think he has a timeshare there, so then he covered that in. So it ended up being $900 for us two and our sister, and which was split 3 ways, so it was about $600 for just both of us. And then we took $300 in cash for spending to do any activities or tips or anything like that. So we still ended up spending a little bit less than we were originally going to spend just for our room for going on the family trip. But we still had a plan in place already, and we had the money saved up specifically for the family trip, which turned into, I mean, it was still a family trip, but it was just with my dad because he wasn't going to go originally. We were going to go with my mom's side of the family because they are not together. So yeah, so we still ended up coming out a little bit less, but that's how we ended up going to Cabo. It wasn't like it was last minute or we used credit cards or anything to go out there. We had a plan in place already, and he's been asking us to go for a while. We haven't been because we were like, no, we're working on paying off everything. And he usually asks too late too. So yeah, we had our plan in place. But yeah, so now we're gonna jump into our plan for this year.
Yeah. So for this year, of course, we're going to continue to do our side hustles and just pay off, as much debt as quickly as possible. Just like last year, we are going to continue to pay off our quarterly taxes for those side hustles.
Don't forget to do those.
Yes, that definitely helps a lot, in the new year for when you are doing your, your regular income taxes, January, February, January up until April. It definitely helps bring that down a lot. to pay your quarterly taxes for your side hustle.
And you won't get a fine for not paying enough either. Because,
Yes.
a lot of people, you know, if you're driving Lyft, Uber, doing any DoorDash, any of the delivery things, Amazon, you have to pay your quarterly taxes. You're 1099. But, you know, that's one of the things they don't teach us in school that they should.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, they don't teach us anything about taxes in school.
Yeah.
But, so we actually have a bit of a plan for the motorcycle. Yes. I have a little bit of an emotional attachment, but it's all good because I do want to make sure that we pay off our debt this year. So we're doing something a little bit different, and we will have questions about this. People are gonna look at us a little sideways.
I know Dave says, you know, sometimes the toys have to go, but I kept the motorcycle originally because she surprised me with it, and there's some emotional stuff attached to that. So we agreed that we'll keep the bike. Now, she's been on me about stunting again, because I used to stunt. I'll probably put a clip or something up here. But I used to stunt, so she didn't mention me stunning, because she's like, yeah, you know, people will follow that, and it's something you know how to do, that's cool. So
now, a lot of people don't know how to do, and I trust him. He is a safe rider, but I think it would be something cool. Like, other than popping some willies, like, I haven't seen him in real action yet, so.
Yeah, so I use that to talk her into letting me sell the bike because that bike is not the best bike to stunt on. It's just tough to find parts for. So I talked her into letting me sell the bike, and then I'm going to get a cheaper bike. Now, another reason why we're getting another bike too is because after going to Cabo, we really realized like taking that break time, even if it's once a month or something, to have that little break does help a lot. And I do love bikes, so it would be a good escape to, you know, those times where we need the break. And I probably will utilize it more too. But so the bike, we owe $8,000 on the bike. What I did was I took out a personal loan, paid off the bike so we could get the title. And then we're gonna private sell it because the dealership was only offering me like $5,000 for it.
Yeah.
Actually, and then another place I went to offered me $4,000 for it. So I was like, no, that bike is worth more than that. So my plan is to sell it for at least $6,000, pay the extra $2,000 so I can clear out that $8,000 loan that I took out. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you took out a loan," but hey, look, it's to sell the bike to reduce our debt, and then I'm probably gonna buy another bike for about $2,000 to $3,000, which will be paid off.
So the turnaround for that is about a month and a half, 2 months tops.
And that'll clear out $8,000 of our debt. And we'll have a bike still, and it'll be paid off. So, that's going to actually reduce our time down because we're planning on, from the numbers, to have our debt paid off by the end of this year. Mm-hmm. But clearing that out is going to actually bring us at least 2 months before. So we'll finish 2 months early.
So we're really aiming for like his birthday in September, or at the latest my birthday preferably. Mm-hmm. But of course we're going to give ourselves a little bit of grace. We're not going to stress about it because then you'll have like all this resentment. But anyway.
Or I might sell my car. But I'm not going to sell my car. I still needed to do the side hustle. So, so that's going to give us, like I said, it'll give us 2 months of, because right now we're looking at paying off $3,000 a month in order to finish by the end of the year, but that'll bring us in 2 months earlier, so we should be done by her birthday for sure. Yeah. And that's not even including some other money coming in, but we'll wait until that happens. Yeah. To let you guys know about that, but we're just gonna keep trucking on this year. And
any like trip plans that we, you know, like you said, we need to sometimes take that time for ourselves. Just, you know, because our marriage matters and we matter to each other. So that reset and recharge definitely is needed. So any trips that we're planning for this year, which would probably only be like 2, give or take, for our anniversary and then our like a birthday trip or something like that.
And we'll probably go to visit my family because usually we're there like 3 times at least a year. And last year we went
just
once. And before that, it was like over a year, which is not like us at all.
Yeah. For anyone who knows us, you guys know that we are travelers. So we are making the sacrifice of reducing the trips that we're taking, as well as the amount that we're spending while we're on our trips. But if you guys have any suggestions on where we should take our end of debt trip, please comment that below. And like our video, share our video, subscribe to our channel, and we hope you guys have a wonderful 2021. Stay blessed. Bye.
Bye.